Hello, welcome back to my channel, Yoke Track. Thanks for watching me. I will continue with the Kargyud school and Kargyud lineage, and we had already the biography of Master Phangmot Drukpa, was the greatest disciple of Gampopa or Thakpo Rinpoche. So from him, Kargyud lineage was for the third time split it into 8 different schools. Okay, so I would like to count them one by one, which are those 8 Kargyud schools. Okay, so the first is Dragun Kargyud from Choba Jigdin Sumgö. So Choba Jigdin Sumgön founded this school of thought, or this yogi school. Dragun Kargyud still today very widely practiced in Tibet and Himalayan region, and also all over the world. There are many centers, so Dragun Kargyud is well found. And also second one in the line is Taklung Kargyud. So Taklung Kargyud was found by Taklung Rinpoche in Tibet, central Tibet. Now Taklung Kargyud still existing, but not that widely spread. Taklung Rinpoche still both of Taklung Rinpoche are existing or living in India and his lineage is also survived. And then third in the line is Tropu Kargyud. Tropu Kargyud now almost only name vanished, gone. And fourth in the line is Lingre Kargyud, Lingchen Repa, who the yogi, who established this Lingre Kargyud. So from that very Lingre Kargyud, then sprung out the very called our main focus Drukpa Kargyud lineage. Until today it is widely practiced in Tibet, in Himalayan region, interestingly in Bhutan. It's widely as a national religion. Bhutan practice or Bhutan has Bhutan, the small kingdom, has the this very Drukpa Kargyud lineage. They adopted it very they respect it, and they really how to say preserved this very dragon lineage and Drukpa Kargyud lineage. So as you can see in the picture, I have here this other picture of Phangmot Drukpa, and this painting is very Tibetan painting. Phangmot Drukpa is quite big, and how to say, his body, and so very graceful, surrounded by small other pictures. These are the 4 or let's say 8 different schools masters surrounded him. So now we go back to Bhutan. So as you can see, Bhutan is very beautiful place, and one of the cleanest place and safest place on the planet. I don't have to tell much about it, but you can see this traveler and foreigner can also explain a lot about this country, and one of the happiest country in the world. So in this very Bhutan, all the women and men are preserving or practicing the Drukpa Kargyud lineage. I will go detail some other time on Bhutan. Okay, so So as I told you, this 8 small schools of Kargyud, and now we really have to go and talk about Drukpa Kargyud lineage, and Drukpa Kargyud lineage was actually found by the main disciple of Lingchen Rebbe, or Mahasiddha Lingchen Rebbe. He got one student called Tsangpa Gyere, so he established Drukpa Kargyud lineage and tradition or school in Tibet, central Tibet. And before we go on Master Tsangpa Gyere, we call it Lord Dogen Tsangpa Gyere, one of the first reincarnation of Gyalwang Drukpa. So now, firstly, I would like to go on the biography of Lingchen Rebbe. Lingchen Rebbe was, great yogi and Mahasiddha. So I will go through, and you will understand why he was great. At his time. So Lingchen Rebbe, his full name was Lingchen Rebbe Pema Dorje. He existed in the year between 1128 to 1188. That means beginning of 12th century and end of 12th century. He lived almost same as, or probably similar to his master. So he lived in Tibet, and previously he studied under different early Kadamba masters, and also he took vows and so on, and he practiced also for 1 year Kadamba practices, early Kadamba, that which came from great Pandita Atisha. After that, he went to learn further, to achieve more in his practices and study more, Dhamma and Vajrayana texts and so on. So he, mainly went to those 3 disciples of great yogi or master Rechungpa, called Tri Kunchen. Tri Kunchen means the 3 omniscience who knows everything. That means that so 3 Kunchens, he met them, and namely Sumpa, Master Lo, Master Jelgul. These 3 masters are disciples of Rechungpa. So from them he took many profound Tantrayana teachings, all the initiations and so on, and he practiced it sincerely, and he mastered all these teachings and practices. And after that he became the holder of Rechung tradition, or Rechung Nyengyu, Whisper Tantrayana tradition, we call, so so interesting. In my life I met only one person, only one yogi in Darjeeling, while I was living in Darjeeling as a kid, or children, or as a small guy, young guy, let's say. I met a very humble, like a Rechungpa himself. I met one yogi, only one yogi, and there are very few yogis, nowadays existing, which carries Rechungpa's legacy and his profound teaching. So even though he had many teachings, and he received many initiations, and he got many profound teachers, he was not fully satisfied. And one day he heard the name of Phagmo Trungpa, the great master of that time, and then he had immense karmic connection and faith. He was almost having goosebumps in his body, and he was really innerly moved by his name and touched, and then he decided to meet Drukpa. Later on, he met Drukpa, in his monastery, and Drukpa knew that this monk or yogi is the right person, to give all his teachings, and this monk will become my greatest disciple. So Master Drukpa gave all teachings and initiations, transmissions or yogic practices to this very disciple called Lingchen Repa. So Lingchen Repa got everything from Drukpa, and Master Tsangpa Gyare let him go to practice now. You should go and practice whatever I taught you. And on Master's advice, he pledged also to Master that he will remain for 7 years, 7 months, 7 days in seclusion, in hermitage. He will never come back. He will meditate in the cave for 7 years. But strangely, Lingchen Repa didn't keep his pledge and promise to his master. After 5 days, he came out of his cave, and he went to his master's monastery. And there, at one religious occasion, he sat down with other disciples before his master, and then Drukpa saw him, and then he asked, why you broke your pledge to remain secluded for 7 years? You pledged me, why you broke that? And there he showed his mastering or practices and the realization by singing his yogic song to his master. He replied in this yogic song. Lingchen Repa sang this song, yogic song we call it, and it goes like that. You told me that I have to meditate on that actual nature of mind. I did so, and I realized that there is no any meditator or meditator as a mind, or there is no meditation as an object. There is also no meditation which has to be practiced in seclusion. After singing this song, there's no meditator, there's no meditation's object, there's no such meditation which has to be in secluded place. So after hearing his song, Master Drukpa was very impressed by his realization, and praised him with these words. Drukpa praised him now in this way. He praised on the other side of the river Ganges of India. There was a great Mahasiddha called Saraha is the greatest, on the other shore of river Ganges, and on this side of the river Ganges, you are the greatest Mahasiddha of Tibet. So he praised like this, at his very presence, and that means Lingchen Repa has mastered all the teachings of Kargyud lineage as well as Rejung lineage. And there was also another story about Lingchen Repa, how he also became very learned, So Lingchen Repa had a dream, of blue female Dakini in his dream. He saw a female goddess who replaced Buddhist text on his tongue, in his dream, which he swallowed inside his stomach. And then in the morning, after waking up, he realized that he knew all the Buddha's texts, 108 texts, original texts or canons, and other 220 commentaries of Buddha's teaching. He knew everything when he was awakened. He knew every words of the Buddha fluently. He can talk about any topic. So he what he did was that he in one congregation of learned monks, he went there and he debated, and he how to say, defeat all other learned monks with his debate, art of debate. And he put two how to say, text binders, we call it, two wooden plates, one front and one in the back side. And then he said, I am the Buddha's text, and he flew here and there in the sky, he flew in the sky here and there, flew everywhere, he was using his miracle power. And then that is too much show, how to say, that's too much proud, And then suddenly in the sky appeared 7 past Buddhas, and taught him that, my son, even you are so much learned, and even you realized, you became realized master, you shouldn't be that much proudy, you should be humble. So he received this advice from 6 past Buddhas, and immediately he was humbled by that, and then he stopped doing such miracle things and so on. So as I told you, main disciple of the Lingchen Rebbe, great Mahasiddha, was Tsangpa Gyare Yishidorje. So today this much. I wanted to stop here, and in the next video we will talk about the great yogi and master and the founder of the Drukpa Kargyud lineage. Okay, thank you for watching my videos, and like it, and write comments on my videos. Thank you.